Have you ever wondered how an empire that stood for over 1,000 years could simply vanish from the pages of history? For the Byzantine Empire, the inheritor of Rome's legacy, the answer isn't a single dramatic event, but a slow, grinding process of decay from both within and without. This complex collapse was driven by a fatal combination of internal weakness and overwhelming external pressures that ultimately proved insurmountable. Long before its final fall in 1453, the empire was already rotting from the inside. Politically, it was crippled by instability. A near-constant cycle of bloody civil wars and coups placed a succession of weak or short-sighted emperors on the throne, preventing any long-term recovery and draining vital resources. This political chaos was mirrored by severe economic strain. The Byzantines lost control over their own finances, becoming heavily dependent on foreign merchants from Venice and Genoa who siphoned away trade revenue. This economic hemorrhaging made it nearly impossible to maintain the state's most critical institution, its military. The once mighty theme system, which had provided loyal and effective soldiers, collapsed. What remained was a weak, underfunded force, often reliant on unreliable and expensive mercenaries who had little loyalty to the empire they were paid to defend. As the empire weakened internally, it faced a relentless storm of external threats. From the east, Seljuk and later Ottoman Turks relentlessly advanced, chipping away at Byzantine territory in Anatolia, the empire's heartland. From the north, Bulgars, Serbs, and other groups launched their own invasions, further shrinking the empire's borders and draining its already depleted manpower. These constant wars were a fight for survival that the Byzantines could no longer afford to win. Perhaps the most devastating blow came not from enemies but from supposed allies. The Fourth Crusade in 1204 proved to be a catastrophic betrayal. Instead of fighting for the Holy Land, the Western European crusaders turned on Constantinople, sacking the city and shattering the empire into several smaller, weaker states. Even after the Byzantines recaptured their capital decades later, the empire was a shadow of its former self, terminally weakened and unable to resist the final Ottoman push. In the end, the fall of the Byzantine Empire wasn't just the end of a political entity. It was a profound shift in the course of history, marking the close of the medieval era, and leaving behind a rich cultural and intellectual legacy that continues to influence the world to this day.